video because it deals with something we all don't want to hear, and that's harsh truth and reality. But I really want to tell you my opinions on the world right now, and most importantly, if you are a young male, let's say 15 to 30, I would classify that as a young male. There's lots of things that are shifting. I've been ill for the past month. Today it's a little bit better, finally. So I said to myself, learn something new. I am not a good coder. I've never been a good coder, but let's do a little bit of Python coding, Python probing the landscapes, what's happening now. So I of course tested the AI coding agents, and what I managed to do in few days is what I never managed to do when I had time, and I did it like almost full time. So what I concluded after being basically shocked how well this technology works is that what the CEOs and researchers say is probably true, and there's many naysayers on the internet, which is very good, like indication that something is really happening, because when internet people start to complain and there is just part of the internet bubble, it usually doesn't go to the real world. And in the real world, everybody is using AI. I don't know anyone who doesn't use AI. I'm using AI in my work. I am using AI to do dumb stuff that would take me hours to do in work. And what I want to go to for the males is learn to use it. Don't be the naysayer, because you will fall behind so fast, so hard. You have to appreciate, or I wouldn't say appreciate, it's not really about appreciation, it's about survival. Let's go back in time to when I was in high school. I really didn't want to get smartphone. I had my, Nokia, what was it, that big one, and I was really good at writing short message services, texts, and it was everything that I ever needed. But at some point, I was the only person with dumb phone, and then my phone broke and I adopted the new technology. I'm very technologically savvy. Everything you see on my channel is done by me. I learned all editing. I learned how to edit images, how to make graphics, how to make music, how to make basically a lot of stuff, how to edit audio. It's not easy, it's very hard, and it was hard before AI. Now AI can do all of that better than me. AI can replace me like this. And that's why I think doing this is even more valuable, and doing it with AI just becomes something different, you know. Now it's like I am a director and script writer and all the other stuff, but I have an employee that I can say, you know, do this, do this. Some people start to edit videos with AI, start to edit images with AI, start to edit audio with AI. You can probably AI generate a whole video, but there is always something missing, and that's me. That's missing. Those little imperfections, like you heard now that I want to cough, but I have to fight it, you know, that human emotion, that human imperfection, that human ability to just mess very easy things up. You have to embrace AI. There is always like 3-4 comments that don't use AI. No, if you don't do that, you lost. You will be the last guy having old smartphone where everybody's googling stuff. You will be the last guy on a horse when everybody's driving in cars. You just can't survive. And if you are a young male, it's very important for you to survive. Pick a career that you like, adapt, overcome. What I really think, you see, I lost 25 kilos in like 4 months. Now I will stay on the same weight and then do another cut. But what's really important for men especially is to go to the gym or go running or just have this discipline in building your body, because the body, you know, over the history there always been intelligence more valued than the body what we have. You know, this battle, mind, matter, that's been in philosophy since Plato. But today the paradigm is shifting from the mind to the body. Intelligence is becoming extremely cheap. You will not need lawyers, you will not need doctors. I don't think like doctor will exist in 15 years. Nurses will do everything. They are much better. I was studying for medicine for 6 years before stuff happened, and I don't believe that there will be ability to just be like that, you know. Everybody will be able to be a doctor with a chip or smart glasses or something. To be a good doctor, you have to be physically strong, physically capable, you know, physically good dexterity. Imagine like playing RPG. You just put everything into the body, like warrior build, and you get gadget, like you drop something that you put into your brain, and your intelligence is immediately maxed out, even over maxed out. You have like more intelligence that you will ever need, and that's where we are. We already are there. It's going to get even crazier. Lift weights. Like everyone. No, you don't have to lift weights. You can like run. You can do anything you want. Just pick a hobby that's focused on moving. If you like hiking, perfect. I like rowing, perfect. If you play sports like rugby or football, like normal football, not American football, that's rugby. it's much more important than being smart. If you are dexterous, big blue collar job, you don't have to be a doctor, you don't have to be a lawyer, you don't have to be a finance pro. You can be a blue collar worker, move and fix pipes or fix electricity or fix something that will be much more valuable. The robotics is advancing. It will take, I think, 200 years until we get the biological disadvantage over the robots. They are great for, I don't know, diffusing bomb if it explodes. Well, they are not great at, mining or fixing like small stuff that you have to move. You have to sit into your car, go somewhere, buy some stuff, go back, fix it. They are not good at that, and they are not going to be good at that for a long time. They are good at making images, for example. If you are a creative person, you should start making real art. What I mean by that? I mean statues. I mean paintings in the real world. Digital art is dead. Digital art doesn't exist anymore. If you paint something with your hand, it still has value. AI didn't change it. Even if you generate a picture and you paint it with your hand, it will sell. People are going to love it. People are going to enjoy it. If you start doing statues, not that modern art, normal statues, people are going to love it. People are going to enjoy it. If you play music, I love making music in programs like Ableton Live. I spent maybe 100,000 of Czech crowns on software, which I like. I never released anything, but I like to do it, And I spent a lot of money on guitars and other instruments because I love it, I like it, I enjoy it. So if you like music, AI can do better music than you most of the time, probably. But AI cannot play the guitar and messing and singing and sometimes, messing it up. AI cannot be authentic. It can have your style, but it can have your personality. AI is not going to replace you in anything social. If you have a chatbot, you can see that it's not a human, it's a machine. It can act like a human, but it's predictable, it's curated, it's just different. It's useful if you need something accurate and unbiased, but of course all the models are biased. But it's not good if you want something crazy to happen in the real world. Future in 20 years, I don't think any tasks are not going to get automated. Everything will get automated. We will have enough compute and electricity for that. The breakthroughs will keep coming because this is how the stuff goes, and the technology will get better and better. But I think in the end it will be like today we look at electricity, for example. I don't remember when electricity started, but my grandma remembers that. I asked her back in the day how it was, and they didn't have electricity. She remembers that. She remembered before she passed. that, and nobody like was thinking about having like fast boiling kettle on electricity. They just light up a stove and put it there and waited. When it first started, people just used it to make a light. That was like, wow, you can make a light with electricity, so you can read longer. You don't have to go to sleep at 6 because it's pitch black. You cannot do anything. You can actually do stuff longer. It led to everything leads to consequences that we don't know about. Like, people used to live in huge families. People used to go to pubs a lot more, because there was a light at night. That was one place where they had light and they had beer and stuff, and the social life was much better. But the quality of life is much better if you have light at home. And then people said, okay, we can use it to vacuum, we can use it to boil stuff, we can use it to drill stuff, we can use it for anything. And now today you don't really want to go to the time before electricity. You are using electricity, and people use the same arguments against electricity, against AI that they used against electricity. That they used against motors, that they used against ships, that they used people still, like the conservatives, which it's really funny how the paradigm shifts. Now conservatives that don't want to use AI are actually liberals with like art degrees. They call themselves liberals, but they are not. They are conservatives. They want to conserve the stuff that was before. They are like ultra hardcore conservatives, and what you would call right wing or conservatives actually say, wow, AI is great, let's move that technology so we can get healthcare for zero monies and anything for zero monies. You have to adopt. This is basically the point of this video, and I know I'm just rambling. For the stuff that I made, it works like magic. If you know a little bit of coding, if you know what's terminal, if you know what's VS Code, for example, if you know what's Python, what's variable, what's function, what's objective-oriented programming, how to run something in terminal, you are basically good to go. You don't need much more, and if you need more, you just ask the AI what you need, and it will explain it to you like you are a toddler. I created many great apps now. They are not like useful, they are just testing apps, but something that I always wanted to like try. It's somebody who is very skilled programmer can probably do crazy shit today, like crazy stuff that they would do, but would take them like years. You can now do it in days, maybe. I think it's really cool, and there will be naysayers. For example, the images. I think it's very useful to generate images to explain to you, for example, something about Queen Victoria and have their image of Queen Victoria. People, often the best arguments are it was trained on images of other people. Yeah, probably yes. But it was trained the same way the humans were trained, because if you look at the history of art, art wasn't that great from the start. And if you look at like Renaissance paintings or before the Renaissance paintings, they are very shitty. They are like crazy. And then you had a breakthrough, which was probably Leonardo da Vinci, I would say. And people looked at it and said, you can actually do it this way. And he's doing this perspective, and he's doing this, and he's doing that. And suddenly everybody was doing that because they saw it. And the AI does the same thing. It sees the pictures and says, I should probably paint it like that. So that's evolution in everything. Everything has this evolution. Music has this evolution. There was first chorals, like ktoś su boží bojovníci, the Hussites sang. Then there was like multi chorals. Then there was a breakthrough, like Mozart, for example. Mozart made the breakthrough. He made incredible things, and everybody was like, that's cool. How is he doing that? And our brains are just doing this stuff at hyperspeed. We just, like sponges. We are like sponges until some time. Then we usually say, we don't want to learn anything new. My older generation in Czechia, they are exactly like this. They want to learn anything new. You have to learn all the time, every day. This needs to be your number one priority. You don't know something, learn it. Ask the AI, ask the Google, but Google basically now is AI. And learn it. Improve your skill set because you are going to need it. There is going to be huge slashes in employment, in anything. And if you are a jacked man that knows how to do a little bit of everything, you will survive and you will maybe even thrive. What I'm the most excited about is really the lower costs of healthcare, which would be insane for everybody. The increase in education, that would really benefit a lot of people. If you can have private tutors for everything, it will just increase. You will just get much better at everything. And what the most I'm excited about, which many people don't very think about, is the end of the slope. The AI is going to replace the slope we have today. That will be done by AI. No longer Pakistani like men who are sitting at a computer all day posting like some slop online. No, that's not going to happen. It will have no value. There will be zero value in that. It will cost the same as you clip and generate. And the value of real work, real art, for example, this video will go much more up because not many people will be willing to do that if they don't have to. They can just generate video. Maybe some people will maybe like I want to generate Czech guy with Czech accent rambling about AI, and they will get video from YouTube. But it's not going to be like this. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. The real art, for example, paintings. Nobody today buys paintings, but I don't know, or people buy paintings, but I really think people will buy much more. The live music will get much more popular. It's still popular, but it will get much more popular than listening on Spotify to random people. And I think times are ahead. So let me know down in the comments what you think. am I like completely out of my mind? What's your best arguments against AI, and the best arguments for AI? Like still man it to the ground, and tell me what you are doing to survive this coming change. And I will see you at the next video, hopefully when my lungs heal finally. Thank you and good night.